All right. We're here with Huatli, Radiant Champion. Probably just a worse Squirrel Boy, Chatterfang. But you're playing white instead of green. White, yeah, white instead of black. So you have a bit more token things to do. Um, Trosani's kind of cool. You've got a Felidar Retreat, which is nice. You got stuff like Shalai, Teferi's Protection, Heliod, Dawn of Hope is really nice. We're also doing a life gain sort of thing, where the life gain itself isn't super strong, but with Presence of Gond, and I think there's two creatures that do it. Lurking Roper, and there's another one. I think it's white. Shoot. Yeah, Famished Paladin. With these two creatures, in Presence of Gond, you can tap it to make a sapperling, and then you gain one life. You untap it, tap it again, gain one life. So you gain infinite life, basically, while also making infinite tokens. It's very slow to do this. I haven't pulled it off. Well, I haven't actually played the deck yet, but I haven't pulled it off. People don't have to scoop to it. They can just wipe the board. But if you have infinite life and their strategy is to kill you with damage, you might be sitting there for a while, and that isn't very fun. It might be satisfying a couple times, but I feel like it gets old kind of quick to do that. But we'll see how fast people scoop to it. We're watching people scoop to strange omnisciences, so maybe there's something there. Running Toski, things that play off the top, everything that's token related. A couple tutors for Craterhoof. I was thinking about running Approach the Second Sun because Huatli's ultimate draws cards every time you put any creature into play, not just like a non-token. So amassing tokens, drawing Approach a second time seems pretty solid. But if you're drawing that many cards and you haven't won already, I don't know. It also doesn't really play nice with the entire strategy of the deck, right? Elspeth's Sun's Nemesis is kind of bad. I don't really like this commander, Planeswalker in any way, but it's a card that interacts with our graveyard, and we don't really have anything that does that. So just having maybe one card that does benefit from you just having a bunch of cards in your graveyard and not interacting with them might be nice. We'll see, though. I'm still going to assume that Tender Shoot Dryad like Chatterfang. It's probably the best card in the deck. A little bit fragile, though, but it's cool to play like Heliod next to it. Maybe something crazy can happen with some of the life gain. We don't have a lot of ways to gain life every time we have a creature enter, but I think there's enough to give it a shot. Anything else to talk about? Not really. Not really. Yep. All right. Like, comment, and subscribe. I stream on Twitch 6 p.m. Eastern. And let's see if this jank is as good as the last one. Probably won't be, honestly. Be hard-pressed to outdo that. Alright. We're also not really running a lot of ramp spells, which makes our two, like, landfall decks, or landfall cards not great. The Felidar Retreat and the Zendikar Royal. Obviously, Huatli took a huge blow when you lost access to Field of the Dead. Like, that was colossal. We have Tender Shoot, but we're against a Jund deck. We're against a commander I can't say I've seen before. That's kind of cool. I still feel like I like this hand, though, so I think I'm going to keep it. Play this as a land. I'm not a big fan of these lands, really. But the white one does have some play in our deck specifically. The angels and stuff, so yeah, why not? It's almost completely free. The green one I'm not running. I think it's a little overkill. Alright, we could run this. We could run that out, but it's not really doing anything, like at all, so I just don't think I want to. Not doing much. I wish this at least made a token at some point before it flipped, but maybe that would be too good. I don't know. Alright, we're running these things because we generate tokens and stuff. We can't run out Huatli this turn, although it wouldn't really be doing much. Alright, so we'll probably get a white source here. There's more white than green in this deck. Yeah, we're going to get a white. Yeah, we're going to get a white. Don't you dare. Hands off. Oh no, that sucks. Alright, this isn't the end of the world though. We really want to hit a land. We hit a land. Alright, very good. Run this out. We can tap it to swords this, and I kind of want to. Because you never know what my opponent might do next turn, right? And I might as well just take them off some mana. Could be quite nice. They are going to get some mana from Chandra. I could have let that live and expect them to just play their commander and swords that. So maybe taking them off that option was not a good idea. Obviously, if that's their whole turn, we'd be happy. And now it currently is not. I think we just scooped to 6 mana Chandra. Okay. I can play both the cards in my hand. Or, well, the one card in my hand and then this. Let's see, this has Defender, so I can't swing with it. So I'll just plus... Huatli does ultimate quite quickly. We're just not quite there. I mean, if that Tendershoot lived, we were actually in a pretty good spot here. Does this have haste? It does. Man, it's got haste. Oh, they didn't kill my... I feel like just swing it with... Oh, they can do both? Is that what they can do? Alright, moving on with our lives. That was fast. That was quick. Lame. But that's what's going to happen when you play against a black deck, usually. They played a really weird sweeper, but it blew up my mana rock. It's kind of funny. I might drop the mana rocks, honestly. It's a very low curve. And just having more impactful spells instead of like a mana rock to potentially get out like a couple of your cards faster doesn't seem like a great spot to be. Maybe we should treat ourselves more like a mono white deck. We're relying heavily on our opening hand. Right, like if this was just another, like, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Also, this has been, in our one game, not too great. It would be nice to, like, draw a token card to some degree. Okay, well, we have a bit of the combo in hand, sort of. What on earth is this? Post-combat, look at the top X, where X is the total life opponent lost. Rest in the bottom. Okay, so they can, like, sort of amass card advantage. Do we turn one Soul Warden? I don't think so. It's not really doing anything. Not really. Probably just dies. Dawn of Hope could be good this game. That'd be pretty cool. Am I going to run it out right now? I think I am. What am I doing next turn? I don't think I'm doing anything next turn. I think it's fine to just run this out. Idyllic Tutor is in here to really find Presence of Gond. So, there are some other enchantments, though. Birth of Meletis, so we can get another land and stuff. Okay, we don't have a way to block this. We now have a way to block it. Are we going to? Is that what we're doing? I think so. If we don't draw a land, we're in some trouble, though, right? I might just not block, so every time I gain life, I can draw a card. Might just be a little bit better. Okay. At this point, I can just take 3, right? Look at the top X, where X is the total life your opponent's lost. Yeah, I can just take 3, because they can't cast the card that they exile, right? So they kind of played the relic early. Oh, really? They did not play land? Ah, that is really annoying. Okay. Didn't draw a land. This is not too strong. I think it makes more sense to just swing and gain a life and draw a card that way. Well, that will be good at some point. Probably. Okay, opponent has a thing for casting cards before their commander effect resolves. And both times they found something, because of course they did. This is bad. Found the land. Can make a 4/4. We're really just banking on getting them out of nowhere with the Presence of Gond and one of those fancy creatures. Can just make a 4/4. Can play Toski as well. Is a 4/4 really going to live? No, I don't think so. I think it's the best thing I can do, though. It's just not good. I don't think anything we do is going to be good, though, so it's probably the best thing we can do. If we can just sort of get removal out of hand, and then we play a Dryad. But they're black-red, though, so it's just, like, never going to happen. Dragon's Approach. This is the card you can play any number of, right? Yeah. It's kind of funny. Okay. I wonder how many they're running. Like 20 or something? It's a way to just guarantee you get something off this. It's kind of cool. Okay. They did not kill the angel. Very surprising. Did not expect that to work. Alright, well we have a surprise win eventually. Huatli gets 3. That's not great. We just play Toski and swing with the angel, I guess. Can't really draw a card. Yeah, we just swing the angel. We draw a card this way. I'll draw a card off the Dawn of Hope. Swords of Plowshares will be good. Can swords our own creature to gain some life. Drakuseth. Is that an enter the battlefield effect? I don't think it is. It is not. So that's really nice. We're happy to see that. Very happy to see that. Very happy to see that. That's also decent. Okay, so we're going to swords this now. And then we're going to swing. I have to swing with... Yeah, I have to swing with Toski. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's just not doing anything. I could have given it, like... Nah, that doesn't make sense. Tangible Virtue. Not great right now. Guess we'll just make some tokens. Gain some life this way. So now Huatli instantly ultimates, but that doesn't really help us too much. It's not really a surprise either, the minus. It's also not lethal. Jaya, but it's the 5-mana uncommon one. Okay. They pinged my Soul Warden, that's fair. I think this is a favorable trade for us, right? We get to kill the Jaya, and it was like a 5-minute shock. Doesn't seem too strong. We're both kind of just doing our thing. Both just sort of doing our thing. Okay, let's see. Well, does Huatli ultimate next turn if I do it now? Plus 5. It does. But I don't have much to do after that, right? Not too much. It does give... It might distract our opponent. Does this have haste? It does not. It might distract our opponent to try to stop this from ultimating, so I think it's fine to just attempt to do this now. You go there, and we don't do anything else. The wait, whoa, they did not block Toski. Oh no, it doesn't draw cards, it didn't go face. Yeah, just save themselves the time, really. Okay, this is... Wait, did they just play that backwards? No, they did not. Okay. So this is pretty good. We get to ultimate Toski, I guess. It's not a strong ultimate when you don't have any mana. But we'll see what happens here. We also didn't take damage, so they don't get any value off their commander. They floated the mana every time with this. This card so far hasn't really done anything. Thank goodness. Okay, so we can play this and start drawing a crazy amount of cards. We have not seen a removal spell. We have a decent attack. Well, we start with this. The emblem seems pretty strong. But again, we don't have a ton of mana. Alright, so we can play Tender Shoot, and I think I'm going to. Sacrifice, tap it indestructible, becomes tapped, exile. They can sacrifice a creature to prevent this from, like, hitting them, right? Exile one creature card from graveyard. Yeah, they can just block, so I have to not swing. We can gum up the board. I can't really play into the... This makes it so I can swing. There's not much to swinging, though, right? Like, they just do this anyways. But it means this is a 5/5, and that's not terrible. I'm just curious if I have time to run this out for a turn, because this could be a problem. We're just going to see what happens. I don't know. Let me see what happens. At any point, if we draw one of those untapped things, we're in a really good... Oh, wait, no. No, we're not. We're not in a good spot anymore. Because we lost our life gain card. But yeah, they just sacrifice one of their creatures and kill my angel. And they have kind of an easy sacrifice right now, so I don't like doing that. I'd rather just block... Excuse me. I'd rather block with the angel. Seems a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of close to Craterhoof. It is lethal whenever I play it. I don't need many creatures for that to be the case. Alright, that really is not good. That's not good. I think the past 3 lands have been from their commander, so I don't even think they played a land out of hand for a while. I have to block it. They do not swing. I think that's a little bit of a mistake. Little bit of a mistake there. We can play this and then play Cultivate and then kill them next turn, so I don't think there's much else to ponder over. I think we just go for it. Yeah. They could sweep the board, but I don't have any way to stop that anyways. Yeah. Oh, hey, we found the combo. Oh, no, we didn't. Still don't have a life gain card. Still don't have a life gain card. Okay, so we get a green, and I guess another green, just not to mess up Craterhoof Behemoth's mana requirement. But I don't think we're going to. Drawn a lot of cards. Drawn a lot of cards. Opponent says, nice. This is a cool card, too. I've never seen anyone play this. Pledge of Unity. Oh, and this one. And this. These are both cards that I kind of forgot to talk about. These are both pretty, like, nice, quote-unquote, payoffs, right? I can incentivize my opponent to block, so I will. It's kind of free to do this. It just gets a creature out of the way from, like, my opponent's board. I like doing this a lot. Right now, like, they kind of have to sort of block. They, I guess, technically don't have to block, but it just removes a creature in play for them. So I like doing it. They probably sacrifice the Storm Kiln or whatever. It's not like doing much, but it's kind of free. They could sacrifice this as well, because they're probably not going to flip it next turn. And even if they do, it's not particularly strong. What's nice is we're able to block with this still next turn. Or on my opponent's turn. Which I like. Because we are sort of low. Discard that, and that, and you. Have to discard another card? Oh my. Oh man. Alright, we'll get rid of that. We don't need another land, right? I'm going to keep a land. Let's not be reckless. I don't need Intangible Virtue. I think I'm overthinking this. We're overthinking this. I'm playing around a land destruction spell, technically. Keeping a land in hand. Okay, good draw, good draw. That means this card is from last turn, and I don't think it was good last turn cycle, so hopefully it's not good this turn cycle. It seems to be the case. They say good game. I don't know if this game was over without me having Craterhoof. Kind of a strange concession, actually. I don't know. I assume my opponent's conceding. Unless that card in hand is, like, insane. How do we do this? We're obviously going to play it pretty safe here. We're going to do this, do that, do this. We don't even have to double block this, but I think in the off chance we don't just win next turn, it's safe to just get it off the board. Barring our opponent doesn't just simply sacrifice it to the Predator, right? The Immersturm Predator. They do not sacrifice it to the Predator. They also had no surprise trample. I wonder why they scooped. I mean, we have a ton of stuff in play, but their stuff is just bigger, right? I feel like I needed this to win, but maybe I didn't. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Was I dumb? I actually did need a land, so thank God I did not discard the second one. That would have been really bad. Yep, we play a land first, regardless, because I guess it gives our stuff +4/+4. It helps us play around a single removal spell, even though I don't think that would be enough anyways. We draw 4 cards. Probably doesn't matter, but it's quite satisfying. Huatli's ultimate is pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. Ooh, we also got March. Nice. Too bad this is not the game for it. Alright, run this out and win. Everything gets +10/+10 or something. Unless our opponent plays a black-red. Whatever the fog is in black-red. Oh, we flipped the Legion's Landing. Yep, that's important. You gotta make sure you do that. Nice. Alright. Was looking kind of sketchy. We went a long time without playing a land, and our opponent never closed it out. But usually when you skip land 3 turns in a row, you're, or even 2 turns in a row, it's not looking good. Nice. But yeah, I think I'm going to drop the mana rocks to actually just play lands. Sounds kind of weird, but I like every other card in the deck. We could drop those to expect the mana rocks to do something else, but no, I think dropping the mana rocks for actual lands is kind of reasonable. We're not really ramping into that much. At least nothing that feels super crucial. And we are kind of light on lands because such is Beasley's tradition. I do not play as many lands as I probably should, so that seems fine. Do I drop this one too? Yeah. These have also been kind of sketchy, these 2 things here. We haven't found consistent ways to tap them on turn 2, which you kind of want them to do, right? And Gilded Goose would just be better if these aren't immediately being able to be used. At least in my opinion, and I don't really like Gilded Goose. Yeah, we can probably just come off those. I still like Llanowar Elves, basically Sol Ring. With that in mind, is Goose good? What are we doing on 3? Do we want any of this with Goose to just pump it out fast, and then have Goose not do anything for the rest of the game? I don't think we do. But someone's going to yell at me if I don't run it, so... And then I can add 2 more lands, I think. Yeah. That seems fine. That puts us up to a more reasonable number that people are probably more comfortable with, which is almost 40. I like it. Hopefully you don't get mana screwed as much now. That was a nice win. Felt pretty good. Was that the 3rd game we played? I think it was. Right? Played against the Jund thing. No, that was the 2nd game, right? Yeah, so we're 1-1. Inferno of the Star Mountains? Man, people are busting out the spice today. We're going to keep it because maybe Graveyard Hate is good. We don't have any life gain, but it's a big mono red creature, so maybe we have time. Only one way to find out. Certainly not ever going to get the mana for that, so let's run that out. Alright, we have things to do, right? We're not totally screwed in the early turns here. Oh, that feels good. We can make it a little bit bigger before we play it, if that matters. I don't know. Missing a green land, though. Yeesh. Oh no, this is bad, actually. This is not good. This is a 2/3, though. but I have to evade a burn spell. If we don't draw land next turn, I'm scooping. We don't have a ton of creatures, but obviously this is still probably good, right? The top half is not super relevant. We can just flip this into a Gaia's Cradle, and that's probably good enough. Okay. Sure. Alright, they did not kill Daxos, so the game continues, I guess. Well, we can't really sacrifice that. Found a land. Still have time to do things, I guess. This does not have vigilance. Oh boy. So green source, Presence of God, right off the top, win the game. That's what we're trying to do now. We're also dead in like 2 turns. All right, we're just gonna scoop. There's no way we're beating this. Way too fast, and we missed a land drop. And our opponent's 1-mana rock let them ramp into a massive flying haste threat that I was surprised to see be relevant. Thought the game would be over before that, if it ever came up. Kind of weird. I almost want to see what their deck had else in it, because it seemed kind of cool. All right, terrible showing so far. Faith's Fetters does not seem great right now. No, I don't think we can keep that. Yeah, alright. This seems fine. This seems fine. I don't mind this. Okay. Oh. Great. Alright, well. At least they weren't on the play, I guess. Hey, they didn't use Llanowar Elves. They also didn't tap Llanowar Elves. Kind of strange. So do we play this to get anything? I think we just play this. It seems fine. Can this get lands? I think it's just creatures, right? Yeah, it's just creatures. I think there's like 20-something creatures in here, so it still has a decent chance to get hitting something, right? Bantu's Monument. Okay. Interesting. Khalni Garden. Alright, so we got another token in play. Finally did it, right? We need 2 more creatures for this. Technically, we can start jamming them out with this, but no. Just save the Gilded Goose trigger, I guess. Or food. Yep. Not too many creatures, so that's not surprising. Guess we don't attack. No reason to. We could run more Mana Dorks, actually, thinking about it, because they do count towards Huatli's ability. They count towards Craterhoof. They count towards this. So that is reasonable. We can make 2 1/1s, and then this does flip. Alright, we're not out of this, right? We can do this. And then we can tutor or to leave this up. No, we don't. I feel like I have to leave that up. How many creatures do we need? Okay. So we can play this now and get Presence of Gond. We can also just get Heliod. Or one of these. This does copy some amount of tokens. We're not really... I think we'll just take the card that sort of has a chance to like draw a bunch of cards. That seems a little bit better. Going wide seems... I mean, we are technically kind of close to winning out of nowhere, right, with Craterhoof Behemoth. We can... Wait, are they dead? Are they just dead? Is my opponent dead? Is that what's happening? Is my opponent just dying? I think we just killed our opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So plus 5 plus 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect that. Wow. That's crazy. That was definitely out of nowhere. Not gonna lie, yeah, because they could block one of it. It was 32. Whoa, jeez. I did not like our position. But yeah. Gaia's Cradle, ladies and gentlemen. Who even needs to look for a creature? I was quite pessimistic. And, my woes were thwarted. We turned that around out of nowhere. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I mean, maybe it made more sense to get the Go Wide token saga instead of the one we got, just because more tokens if they ended up killing some or something, to just have a bigger Craterhoof. But they are blue, so I don't know. I almost, for a second there, looked like they were going to combo us or something with the Stone Coil Serpent. Maybe there is a combo in that deck. I haven't seen it in a long time, though, so couldn't tell you. So far, we've been playing against some pretty interesting jank. I guess that's the benefit of not playing one of the more popular ones. You're just not pitted against them, it seems, which again is really stupid to me. And I'm probably going to say that every single video. The fact that I technically don't have to worry about playing against Keenan is just incredibly stupid. Right? Like, this is a long search. What's going on? I guess with that I might rejoin the queue. And maybe bring in some Menadorks. I forgot to do that. If it's the right thing to do, it might be. There are some cards in our deck that are a little bit clunky. Could just lower the curve by playing some of the Menadorks instead of some of these weird token generators that are like 4 and more. While it feels quite satisfying to run them. Like, this is Saprolings, and technically you can make all your creatures... No, I don't think you can make them Saprolings. This is just slow, right? Like, it's quite slow. We're not exploiting the creature type thing. It's just a token generator. We already have Felidar Retreat and Zendikar Royal, though, that kind of make a 2/2 for free. So we'll do that. Shalai and Sarith still feel decent enough, I think. Maybe not. Same with this, right? Like, the 1/2s are nice, but how many are you gonna get before this dies? Some matchups it doesn't give you any. A 3/5 reach is pretty cool, but for 4 mana you might want to be doing a little bit stronger effects there. Faith Fetters does not feel great. It might not even be what we're trying to do. Surprisingly, Intangible Virtue has not been super strong either. I think it's still worth keeping in for now. Maybe not. Maybe we could just drop it for a Menadork, because it is technically a creature that way, and Huatli likes creatures. Yeah, we can just do that. But it just feels so weird. It feels so weird not running this. Like, this is a green-white token deck. Why would you not run this? Idyllic Tutor can find it too. I think we're still on it. Okay, we can put technically in 2 Menadorks right now. I could drop into the north for a Menadork. I kind of like that. It probably makes sense to do that as well. This could be the 3 mana 2/2 that draws a card, taps for mana instead. It's a creature. It does kind of the same thing. Puts a mana into play and puts a card into your hand, just like this does. Except this obviously gets you 2 lands and can't die. Imperious Perfect was taken out of my Shatterfane deck. Might do the same here. Yeah, it could just be a better Menadork. Okay, so we've been running some Menadorks. Methinks. Yeah, alright. This one's right. This one's decent, right? No, it's the one that you control more creatures or something. Yeah, this one, right? That one could very well do something. And then I guess this. We could even take out... No, no. This makes a token. We like this. Wolfwillow Haven. There is Song of Freylease. There is this card. How many creatures are we running out early enough for this to like do something really nice? I don't know. There's also the commander we see sometimes that's green and white. I don't know if I own it. This does tap for 2 as well. Do we like this? It's been a long time since I played this card. But this chick here. It has to be a human. It has to be a human. I like the Gavany Township effect, I guess, but it's got to be humans that tap. Technically, it is a mana dork. It is a mana dork, right? So maybe I can run it instead of this. Like it, you know, like it is a mana dork, and sometimes you can tap another creature, right? Like your Soul Warden. Oh god, that's spicy. But I mean, it's better, right? It's got that ability at the bottom, and I guess protection from werewolves if you ever feel like that's something you want to do. Okay, yeah, well, that seems fine. The more mana dorks I put in, the more I want to remove Goose. I don't think I'm dropping Cultivate. Primal Command does not have too many targets, but Dryad and Craterhoof are pretty nice. Shosani is... like, it just makes 2 tokens, and someone mind controlling your permanent and getting it back is... I mean, it's cool, but it's not, like, really that great. So this isn't doing much. For the mana cost, I don't know. Giving your tokens +1/+1 is not really changing anything. We're really just trying to go wide and sort of one-shot them more than we're just trying to poke them to death. It's kind of hard to pull that off. It's actually quite difficult. And it just removes a 5-mana card from our deck. I like it. I think we need to accept that we're a little bit more of a, again, caring about our hand more than like expecting the game to go long enough where we can just flood our hand with nonsense, which is technically what our commander does, but that should be the way to win, not like something you're doing in the meantime. Feels good. Also, last time we queued, it was a minute long. Wonder what's going on. Did I beat or lose to every single person in my tier list? In my tier bucket? So now they can't find me an opponent? I wonder if that's the case. If I like queue with a different commander right now, you think I'll find an opponent immediately? I'd be kind of upset if that was the case, actually. I don't think that's the case. Maybe no one's playing right now. Hasn't happened before. I don't think I've played against the same person back to back before in Historic Brawl. I certainly have in Historic Best of 3. I don't think Best of 1, but Best of 3 I have. And it happened all the time in Standard 3 years ago when I was playing like Teferi Nexus or whatever. Wow, we're not finding somebody. This is crazy. That's actually crazy. Oh my. How much do I continue to talk before I run out of things to talk about? Looks like we have to finally edit a video to clip this nonsense out. Or I can just babble on about something else. I don't know. Let's see. Anything to talk about in my Magic deck that I always shuffle? No, I don't think so. I got 4 copies of Path of Exile, and then like everyone stopped playing it to play Prismatic Ending instead, which is kind of sad. So I bought 4 Prismatic Endings, and then those weren't very good either because it was kind of a 2-color deck and it wasn't super strong. And Prismatic Ending is a weird card to read. I've had to read the card like 3 times before I figured out how it works. I'm talking about Modern, that is. We're not finding someone, dude. What is going on? What is going on? Maybe it's just a server issue? That would really suck. Looks like our backup plan is just to play Cockatrice. Alright, I'm going to do my theoretical test and try to queue with a different commander, see what we get placed against. I don't know, what's a popular commander? What's like a popular commander so we're pooled in with all the crazy people. See what happens. Nicobolus is... No, he's actually not super popular. Oh, Niv Mizzet is. Alright. Let's see if we get an instant opponent. We don't get an opponent instantly. Uh-oh. Well, this sucks. Let's go look at the... yeah, let's go look at their online status or something. I mean, I hadn't had a problem finding people a second ago. I guess if I'm going to wait in queue, I might as well queue with Huatli. What's going on? Even waiting on the server to get back to the main menu seems a bit slow as well. Maybe they're having some server issues. That sucks. No, I'm not seeing anything. Not seeing anything. Future, yes, some quiet country, 49. Eastward. No, I'm not finding any news about an issue currently. Wait a minute. There's technically a Discord I'm in a Discord that might have information. I don't have Discord running. My computer does not like Discord running while I'm doing something else. Also, did this queue timer just reset on me? I feel like it just did. I feel like I've been in it for more than a minute. Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing. Well, it's fun while it lasted. I guess I'll have to just wait. It was working earlier. And obviously it was working just a second ago. There's also a chance it's working and I'm not finding anybody. But that would be quite unlikely. We can test another format, right? Can see if that is the case. I don't know if like one server struggles than another, right? Like I think they all kind of use the same matchmaking service. Unless WotC's weird. All right, let's test another format. See what's going on. Historic with 9 lives. See what happens. I mean, it seems to be working. Think it's on me, maybe? Reset the game? That would be kind of weird. I guess I've seen weirder. I've seen stranger. I'm just not finding no one, so it's certainly an issue here. Scheduled maintenance. Yeah, but that's not right now, is it? No, that's in 3 days. All right, so yeah, we'll reset the game. I don't know. Maybe I broke it when in that last game. Oh. Honestly, I've had quite a hot streak of like not having problems, which is pretty nice, right? Like all things considered, I haven't had any frame rate issues. I haven't had any connection issues. I haven't had any... Why is this being difficult? Why are you being difficult? Oh, this one. Haven't had any connection issues, frame rate issues, internet issues. I haven't had any of those on stream for quite a while now. So All things considered, it's about time I bumped into a technical issue. Oh, I guess that was it. All right. Well, now I know forever. If I just never find someone for a while, it's probably because my game froze. All right. So I'll either edit that out, or you'll just have to skip ahead. Maybe my commentary is entertaining enough that it's worth not skipping it. I don't know. Someone told me that like while I don't edit out like the stuff in between games, me editing my deck and like between games and just constantly commentating, they seem to like it. So maybe I just wanted it out. Also, this is yet another commander I have not once seen. Pretty cool. Mono red though, so Rut row. When it attacks 1 through 14. Oh, they have Magda on 2. I think I need to source this. I think I need to legit source this. I probably should have played a... Yeah, I gotta source this. I should have played a tap land turn 1 then. Wait, no, I should have played a white source turn 1. Create a tap attacking token as a copy of that creature, except as a non-legendary. It's not legendary in exile and combat. Okay. Any turn you attacked with a wolf or werewolf. Okay. This has first strike. Do I really want to run out my... Why did they remove their own treasure token to just play? That doesn't... I don't think this was right. I think they should just held this in hand or not use the treasure token. Kind of weird. We do have a blocker, but it has to succeed. And if it doesn't, we're in some serious trouble. I feel like it probably is the only thing I can realistically do, though. So, Heliod's Pilgrim's nice. It's just another way to get Presence of Gond. Wow, it worked. Okay, so I feel a little bit better about playing this turn. Oh, I don't like to play the land, though. I think it's kind of important I play land off the top of my deck. Which means we're running out you? We don't really want to draw this, right? So we can just not draw it if we play this. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing right now? I think I'm going to surprise my opponent with Omen of the Sun. Yeah, that's fine. Barbarian class. Okay. Well, to have your commander in play while that's in play is absolutely insane, so let's see what happens. Rolled a 6 and a 19. Okay, get to roll again. 18 and an 8. Okay. Think you get to roll again, right? Yeah. Get to roll again. Get to roll again. Get to roll again. Do we need to do math on how unlikely that is? How unlikely is this? You get 2 chances at a 1 in 4. I mean, this is over. You get 2 chances at a 1 in 4. 1, 2, 3. What is that? I feel like what just happened is absolutely insane. So it's a 1 in 4, right, for your rolls? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, it's not. It's actually better than that. Because you have 6 rolls, right? 15 to 20. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's 6 parts to the dice that do this. So it's a little bit better than a 1 in 4. But they did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jeez. Okay, well that's absolutely insane. But, okay. I mean, it's cool to see the Barbarian class do something. But, of course, they had it, right? Your 99 card deck, you had, like, the best enchantment of all time in your deck. You also had a pretty solid creature to go with it, too. It wasn't just the Willy Goblin. Though the Willy Goblin would have been nice just getting that many treasure tokens. Cool. That was really cool. that was pretty cool. I'm bummed we lost to it though. That sucks. I mean, we technically weren't dead, but they're going to steal 600 cards out of our deck, and we might as well be dead. 2 lands and a mana dork, life gain creature. We don't have any of the combo, but I think we're happy we're playing against Kenrith, I think. We'll find out. Sauce him with the old 0-1 here. Alright, well, we don't really have anything to do but this. Send him a message. God, I love this plant token. Look at that. Look at that plant token. Look at it. What up, Basilisk? Or, I keep calling you Basilisk. I don't know. Basilisk. What up? Alright, we're gonna... What are we gonna do? We're gonna copy our 1-1? Do we need more mana? I feel like just doing this faster rather than slower is just good. Start multiplying these weird tokens we're making. Seems fine. Okay, so it's an enchantment deck. Wasn't expecting that, not gonna lie. Alright, so we get a green and a white. Doesn't matter what we put in play. And 1. So hopefully there's no sweeper. And then we can maybe leave up Heroic Intervention forever if they don't sweep the board right now. Okay, that's pretty good. It's like a ramp spell. It also draws because of their whatchamacallit. Yep, we'll copy all of our tokens. That's kind of cool. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Yep, this gives us Huatli into an ultimate next turn, so we can just start doing that. And then we swing, sauce him with the 0-1. Okay. I mean, we have 2 mana. We're safe against a sweeper. They floated a green. They did not float a white binding. Oh, no. Wait, this doesn't work, does it? Nah, I should have played this first because they drew a card. I should have played this first. That was a mistake. Because they can draw like Spell Pierce or something. They do not. Alright, we get the ultimate. But it doesn't just win the game. Wow, we got the Gaia's Cradle too to go with it. Alright. Augur seems fine. I guess I'll just play it. Draw a card. Craterhoof. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to respect any sort of flash creature on 2, so I'll just do this. Oh my god. We're going to do the thing again. Maybe. Obviously, they can wipe the board. But it isn't the end of the world if they do that. Alright, they just cycle for 0. It's fair. Just looking for something. We can level this up whenever we want now because we have infinite mana. They get a forest of some kind. Confounding Conundrum is great in Yarok. Yeah, I would agree with you. That is certainly true. That is certainly true. We have not played against Yarok yet, and it's been a while since I played Yarok myself. Right, there's the second white source. They have yet to float second white. A lot of the sweepers are second white. That's why I keep saying that. Meat hook for 3. Alright, so they got the board. They got the board. Not too surprising. It is unfortunate they got it with an enchantment, though. That's quite annoying. It's also a solid way to do it, because you gain a bunch of life or something, right? Yeah, you gain life. Not the end of the world, though. Not the end of the world. They did set us back to square one. I would like to kill this, because that's a lot of mana. But I guess they already have a lot... excuse me. They already have a lot of mana, so it's not, like, super scary or anything. Okay, so we play you. Draw a card. It's a Fairy's Protection. Okay. We can double ultimate this. The -1 is never really that strong. Tap there, play, I guess, you. Gain a life, draw a card. Okay, land. Tap, tap, play you. I have 4 mana. 5, 6, 7 mana. I'd rather leave up Teferi's Protection, so I think I'm just not gonna tap down lower than this. Well, we gained enough life to do this. But no, I think we're on the Teferi's Protection plan. So we just threaten another ultimate and we pass. Alright. So let's see what they can do with all this mana. Teferi's Protection feels good. We're just trying to fade a counterspell, I think, at this point. Opponent floats a black. Okay, that gives everything -1/-1, which only kills one of my creatures. Teferi's Protection doesn't really stop this in any way, so... Yep, that dies, and then it, like the token we get also, excuse me, instantly dies. I think we gain a life, though, yeah. Draw a card, because a token came into play. Opponent's deck is pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. I do like this card. I just don't think it's very strong, really, at all. I think you'd almost always rather it be any board wipe instead. The Graveyard Hate inside is kind of decent, but other than that, eh. Alright, so if we let this die, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to protect it. We're going to protect it. There's an argument for not doing that, but we're going to protect it. Sanctum of Stone Fangs drains us for 2 a turn. They only have 2 shrines. It's not like every enchantment you control. Just the shrines. Okay, Swords is nice to get rid of this. A second emblem seems pretty solid. Can we win with a Craterhoof right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 10, so 25. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. They are dead. That's kind of unfortunate. I kind of wish we could kill him with something else. But we take the wins. Alright. Well, that's game. Nice. This is great. Oh man, these games have been quite nice. We keep drawing Craterhoof, so I'm gonna keep playing it. It's kind of funny. You took an old field list and changed it to value creatures with efficient interaction, and it feels like a shark? Is that what you said? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Never not dead to hoof? Yeah, Craterhoof is almost always lethal. Usually. Also, I don't know what deck you're talking about. You talking about a Huatli list? Or a Yarok list? I think everybody lost something with Field of the Dead, which is a good thing it got banned, because if every deck runs it, it probably should go. Though Arcane Signet is still in the game. Certainly in the game, though. I think there's enough similar cards like that it's probably not ever going to go away. It's not, like, extremely egregious or anything. There's plenty of 2-mana ramp spells. Okay, so it's just Tamiyo. So probably some extra turns nonsense, which is annoying, but we'll see what happens here. Okay, they play that. That's fine. We play this. Yarok? Yeah, okay. Eats the fishes in the pool, yeah. They got the fancy growth spiral. Okay, so do we play this turn? I guess we can. It's not like it's doing anything else. Playing a tap land is kind of reasonable, too. We're just going to play tap land. That's fine. Yeah. Field of the Dead can win the game on its own. You are absolutely right. Arcane Signet cannot. We have no pressure towards this Tamiyo. Okay, so we'll run this out. Play Fabled Passage. Get a green. We have white, 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 white. Yeah, we'll get a green. We don't really need more than 2 green, but we do have Craterhoof Behemoth. Contrary to what's been happening, it's not exactly highly expected to continuously find it. Craterhoof, that is. Okay, so they probably milled themselves because Tamiyo. Be kind of weird if they didn't. Spring to Mind in the graveyard. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, so blue-green graveyard nonsense. Are we running... I think we have Rest in Peace in here. I think we do. We don't exactly have it right now, but it's kind of important this works, so I need to just do this. Jace is obviously a problem. We can play a tap land. Okay. This might be a game where we make 2 angels, though they probably have counter spells, which is a problem. Fortunately, this extra turn just exiles, so it doesn't come back over and over with Tamiyo. They didn't get the 1/1s. Why did they not get 1/1s? Does it have to be foretold? Oh, it does. Okay. You don't really see that too often, I guess. Interesting. Wilderness Reclamation. Ooh, alright, alright. Do they float mana? I think they should. There you go. Opponent's a seasoned veteran, too. They push the double Q key to do it quickly. Alright, we're against a veteran here. Against someone who knows how to play their deck. So now we should expect endless counterspells, which means this gets a lot harder. I'm not going to swing because Shark Typhoon, if giving them a 4/4, I don't feel like that's a good idea. Also, Huatli is not really doing much. Yeah, we're not going to swing. Yeah, without Frog. Yeah, that's true. Oh, Uro, no! Man. Alright, so getting Rest in Peace is still good. It's just not great. They have exact... Really, they have exact color and cards in graveyard. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, this is going to beat us. Alright, we'll just float... We'll just make 2 tokens, because I don't think I'm going to ever have time to cast this later. We can chump block Uro for a while. This will untap when I gain life from my lifelink creatures. Why is it giving me priority? That's weird. I can't do anything. Okay. This does have to resolve. It probably won't. Narset's Reversal. Alright, well we got through that. It's not exactly doing anything against us. Alright, we lost our turn, I guess? We technically lose 2 turns from this, right? Because they pick it back up. Can we lose 3 turns? With the Tamiyo picking up, whatchamacallit? If I block, we have 1... Yeah, if I block here, we untap the 3/3, then next turn we can just kill Uro with a full block. Barring any nonsense, but I don't see that as being a likely outcome. But I guess it's worth a try. I don't know. I don't think we can win now. Yeah, Wilderness Reclamation's pretty good when it's good. Don't really see it too often. But, there's like 12,000 different ways to play blue-green. Okay, we don't have to continue this. I don't think we can win. I think we can discontinue this game. That sucks. Because they can just do this a couple more times. Discontinuity is basically infinite time warps. It does the same exact thing. Huh. I'll have to keep that deck in mind, though. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever played Tamiyo. Don't think so. Every time I'm blue-green, I'm doing, like, something else. Something, like, bigger. Or Keenan. Okay, so we do have Rest in Peace. This is probably not the game for it. Yet another commander I've never seen. Yeah, end the turn? How about just end the game? If you would draw a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library instead. Okay, so it's kind of like Value City. Rest in Peace might be pretty good here. Song of Freyleast is complete poop. Ooh, we might get to exile this. Nice. Alright. Play this, name green. What happens to the other card? It goes in your graveyard? No, it does not. Alright, do we rest in peace, or do we... I feel like rest in peacing is nice. We're gonna just do that. Get it out of the way. It's hard for blue-red to deal with your enchantments. They can play both, right? No. So they drew 2 castable, playable... Or is it cast or play? Play. So they can play lands. It'd be kind of weird if they couldn't play lands, actually. Because you would technically never be able to play another land, because you can't, like, draw cards. Okay. Yeah, a few more fog effects and Tamiyo would certainly get insanely stronger. But it's already pretty strong. I don't think it's necessarily getting stronger. It's already quite solid. Is there any reason to play this when you have no creatures? I don't think so. Maybe this should just be a mana dork then. Starting to feel that way. We did draw a lot of lands though. Alright, so they found 2 cards they can't cast, right? No, they can, because Stomp, because of the Electromancer. Great. Great. Alright. Presence of Gond is half of a combo. We can make a 1/1. Oh my god. I think we're just dead, right? This is a bad spot to be in, let me tell you. Roiling Vortex is a problem. Yep, alright. No, opponent's just drawing 2 cards a turn, starting turn. They basically have a super Phyrexian Arena. They've actually succeeded in playing every single card off of it. They did not drop a single card. You could say that their whole deck is like 3 or less, so that's probably likely, right? Any land in a 3-drop or something. But, too much value. I am not on the board in any way. We're not getting out of that one. Okay. Well, this is a rest in peace deck. It's just... Oh, this has Menace too. Okay. This is alright, I guess. Bajuka Bog on 1. Ooh. Okay. We can Haven next turn. Huatli alone doesn't do anything. Might just make a 4/4. Is this an elf? It is an elf, huh? That's also an elf. Probably draws an elf. Swing for 0. They did not have a 1-drop. We drew a mana dork. We could play Shalai. It's kind of the same as like a 4/4, right? Could also just play... What amasses on the board faster? I like doing this. It gives me a mana dork in play. I need the second white source, unfortunately, so I can't play the tap land. Okay. I'm not running any O-rings, no. I'm not running any sweepers either. I'm really just trying to behave like a mono-white deck where my hand is kind of super important, and then I just explode on the board out of nowhere. It does take more than one turn to sort of set up once Huatli's in play, though, which is really like the weak spot of the deck, but it is what it is. This technically has protection from their 2/2 because it is a werewolf, which is kind of funny. Okay. There goes my mana dork, which means I get to swing. Huatli is not good right now. This is probably really bad because they don't really have a lot of non-creature spells. But I guess I'm going to run it out. I'd rather run it out than not run it out. It is a 3/5. Stops everything except their commander, I guess. Though I couldn't really block it anyway, Scout Menace. Looks like a Prey Upon effect. I don't know what's going on. Nope. Okay. Foretell is that much, so we foretell and then I think I'm gonna foretell this. Toski. Ooh, well, I mean that's not doing anything, is it? No, it's not really doing anything. Alright, foretell and pass. They're going to go wide, and we're not. They are an elf deck. That's all it really does. Oh, I think we're starting to look kind of sketchy. And they found a way to play 2 lands a turn right after they got the Provisioner. What a surprise. I don't think they'll ever respect a sweeper. I certainly wouldn't. So it's a 7/7. They don't have any attack still. Craterhoof is kind of sketchy. So foretells, tap 1, 1, 2. We can make 2 angels, which technically gives us Gaia's Cradle. So I guess I'm going to do that. No attack. We have a decent block against their commander, but I kind of imagine it to get bigger before they swing. They could also be running stuff like Casualties of War, because they're not just like a mono-green elf deck. Putrefy. I wasn't expecting that one, not gonna lie. Was not expecting that. If we're just taking their commander damage, I think we're not upset. Toski technically blocks it with a token next turn for like some value. This really screams a removal spell, but I don't know if I care. You kill one of my angels, and I think I'm not too sad about that. I could wait till Shali's in play, so these have hexproof to like sort of respect it. I cannot rely on 2 additional creatures to stop it, so I don't like blocking. Opponent really likes to mouse over everything. It's making me nervous. Is this some sort of Convoke card? I don't... Okay, well, I guess that was sort of a combat trick. Kind of. That was like the... Wait, for each elf you control? Pfft, yeah, okay. Well, we almost killed them on the crackback if they swung for a little bit more, because we yet again drew Craterhoof Behemoth for the bajillionth time. It's not lethal, right? It's 25 again, so... These get blocked, so that doesn't matter. It's just all in the air. We can force them to block with a fair amount of stuff, but I don't think it's enough to win the crackback. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're dead. Yeah, we're dead. So math is for blockers. Maybe my opponent messes up. We're dead if they somehow don't like save themselves or something. I don't know. They have to block all but 5 on the ground. All but 5 on the ground to not die. Which is totally possible. We gain 7 life. Maybe we're not dead, actually. Maybe we're not dead. Is this enough? I believe it is. Yeah, that's enough to not die. So we kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That also doesn't matter how I obviously do the blocks, I'm saying. Their commander now does not kill us, I don't think. It is... Wait, why did their commander die? Oh, because they lost a ton of elves. And then it shrunk. Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, I mean, yeah, we have lethal in the air and their commander's gone. Oh my god. I did not expect this. Craterhoof Behemoth is so dirty. I mean, they have to kill both angels or Huatli kills them. Did we just win this game? Oh my god, did we win this game? They can make a food token to gain life? They technically have to? No, wait a minute. They didn't crack the food. Toski can... Toski's probably better than Shalai, actually. They're reading Huatli. Oh my god, dude. We won this game. Oh my goodness. Oops, dude, you should have ate the food. You would have lived. Oh no, because they would have went to 8. We had another creature. We won that game. Dude, you're right. Craterhoof Behemoth, this is always lethal. The card's always lethal. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I was about to scoop. This deck is weird. It really has a lot of these out of nowhere lol I win turn. But again, dude, I keep drawing Craterhoof. Like, this is unrealistic. I can't, like, I don't know how consistent this deck is. I need to stop drawing Craterhoof Behemoth. Wizards, please. Okay, we're against Tiny Bones. So finally against something that isn't like hot jank. Which is cool and also not cool. Okay, so we have 2 pieces of the presence of... No! No, take the History of Benalia, please. Please! Take the Scute Swarm, please! What? Oh! Ah, you fiend. Alright. Why? Wait a minute. Why would they take this? There's no way that's on their radar, dude. No way is that combo on their radar. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. Alright, I mean, hey, you know, sometimes you do it. That was awesome, yeah. Also, welcome, welcome. El Mudman. Elspeth's Nightmare is annoying. So I guess this is a clench our cheeks and hope Scute Swarm just wins the game hand at this point. Second discard spell probably takes History of Benalia. You don't really ever take Idyllic Tutor because you can just discard the enchantment I tutor for. Oh, come on. Oh. Well, we don't interact with our graveyards, so don't really care. Oh, hey, raise the alarm. Yeah, alright. Play this. Play this tapped and pass. Maybe they don't deal with Huatli and I can just amass tokens? I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I probably should have just raised the alarm first. Oh, nope. I guess it stays in the graveyard now because they cracked the relic. I was just saying to save time, but now they can't exile this. Okay. Sure. I refuse to ever let this work for my... Oh, I didn't let my opponent swing. Wait, I had a 0-2. They probably weren't going to swing anyways, but still, obviously, that's no bueno. Okay, so if we had Reperberate, we could have done that right now, but we don't. We also have nothing to do. Phyrexian Obliterator is just going to kill Huatli before she does anything effective. I don't think I can stop that, like, ever. I don't think there's any card in my deck that stops this. Well, you can't really swing with Tiny Bones. Well, I mean, you can swing with Tiny Bones, actually. I guess it buys us time, because they're not going phase. They also have to have a discard spell right now, or we do at least get something out of this Idyllic Tutor. There's a lot of discard spells. Okay, never mind. Oh, wow, we drew a land. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, we can move on with our lives, because at this point they can just kill us with this ability, which doesn't come up too often, but it is coming up now. Opponent had a god tier opener, but I guess that's just going to happen sometimes. And right when we're not playing against spicy jank, we instantly get completely demolished. So hopefully, Wizards, I apologize. Please give me the weird tier bucket you've been putting me in. I'm sorry I said anything. No more tiny bones. Actually, no, I don't mind tiny bones. I don't mind that card. Deck seems fine. Seems like a fine matchup. So Yarok, no white mana. Also kind of slow. Nah, we don't like this. We don't like this. I've been impressed with growing rice, though. Certainly been impressed with that. Do we like this? No, we don't. Did we? No. Okay. Seems better. Hey, they have their best land, but I guess it's better than a Llanowar Elves. Ruin Crab? What? 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 Okay. What's going on? Get a Plains. We have Augur now. They're targeting me. They're not targeting themselves. This triggers twice every time with Yarok. You can't mill someone out like this with the commander. This happened before. Someone like milled me for a bunch, and it wound up punishing them. They milled like 55 cards. It didn't end up mattering, and we ended up getting graveyard value because of it. So it actually was not a good thing for them to do. It was actually just detrimental. Like, it just wasn't a good idea to do it. Okay, that makes it certainly better when you can attack my graveyard. Do we have anything in our graveyard? Oh, got a land off the top. Presence of Gond is about to get milled. That is unfortunate. But I guess there's not much I can do about it. I can put it to the bottom of my deck. They can reanimate Heliod. That's really weird. It's not... It doesn't... It literally doesn't do anything for them, though. Like, it literally does not do anything. We have a safe Huatli this turn, so maybe we should just run it out as soon as we can. What's the rest of my hand doing? This would be nice, but no, we'll run this out, because then we have a decent 5-drop. Decent 5-minute play. Yeah, alright. This does mean I'd rather not see a removal spell, but they are Yarok. They really haven't played anything except creatures so far. They also don't have a good Scarab God. But we are losing Presence of Gond, so that out is no longer in the game. Looks like they're just doing this. Oh, nope, they changed their mind, which makes sense, because everything in my deck is not great. Okay, block with the 0/4. Looks like they don't have a land, so maybe we can do something with this Gond at some point. Found a land on the top. We're playing a 5-mana card this turn, so do this. Plus Huatli again. So now they have to kill Huatli, right? Otherwise I get the emblem. The emblem is not particularly strong, though. We have a couple creatures. I guess with this card it's good, right? It's like a divination, sort of. They did not have a land last turn. There's nothing in our graveyard that's good to reanimate. Alright, so that was their draw. So hopefully that means there's nothing going on that's crazy. They didn't find the whatchamacallit. Skyclave Apparition to reanimate and then just like eat this. I'd probably just scoop out of like Assault if they did that, actually. We can kill this. Did we kill this? Did we just kill this? Seems like a reckless attack, actually. I don't know why they would swing like this. It just trades with a 3/3. I don't care if the ooze dies. I mean, just get something out of it. I mean, this doesn't die forever, but it's just not in play anymore. And they have to invest a lot of mana to recast it. Alright, so we just do this. See if our opponent can beat it. I think I want to play Royal, because we have a land on the top. No, if there's a second land, I will play this. Yeah, this works out nicely. Oh no, wait, we draw a card though. I'm dumb. Never mind. Doesn't work out the way I want it to. It's still totally fine though. Alright, so let's see if they can contest with this. They are Yarok, and we don't really have an answer to it, so a Yarok just sitting in play is a serious threat. Okay, they're still milling us. This is just such a wrong thing to do. Like, imagine I was a blue-green deck, you just let me win the game, right? Or if I'm Emery or something. Or even just anything with, like, just anything. It's just not good. You just don't want to do this. They should really just mill themselves. Okay, they got Scute Swarm. That is not doing anything. Every time they play a land, it does. They're swinging at Huatli? It's kind of weird. I guess it was good. I think just start going face. This isn't really doing much. I guess we do have the chance to have a second opportunity at doing stuff. We found an answer to their commander, which is quite nice. I don't really care about Scarab God. I mean, they do get an ooze, but they can't activate... Oh, yes, they can. They are green. They can activate that. We might, at this point, be able to go wider than that, though. All of these are annoying, but I think I'm going to exile Yarok no matter what I do, so let's just lead with that. And do we play Zendarkar's Royal? We have options. I'd like to get this going. Draw this Ajani, I guess. There's a land on top. That's really nice. Draw a card. Felidar Retreat. Alright, so we got both of them. Oh no, we're losing this. We're losing that one. We can plus for a second emblem. We have 2 pieces of the Gond package. Putting this in play now means I win instantly if I find it. I would rather play this to just flip it immediately, actually. That seems fine. And now all we're looking for... Oh, we have Craterhoof... No, it's going to get milled. It's going to get milled. If our opponent reanimates Craterhoof, are we dead? I don't think so. It's just barely not lethal. Hopium, copium, I don't know. It actually might just kill us. Massacre Worm, does that kill us? We lose everything except 2 creatures that are just very small. Hopefully this means they're just going... Is there any reason to cast this? I don't think so. We lose 8. Okay. I wonder if they should have waited till they had Yarok in play. Oh, well, no, that's not true, because they knew about Craterhoof. Obviously, that just kills them, so... Oh, but they could mill it, so that's not even true. Oh, yeah, they can... Now they can reanimate Craterhoof. So they just wanted my board out of the way. Right, they can still do that. Alright. Well, technically our Craterhoof Behemoth did end the game, right? So far that has been the only thing this deck has done, whether for our opponent or ourselves. That's kind of funny. I didn't expect the milling. I mean, if it wasn't for the Locust God, or the Scarab God, the milling me is a terrible idea. Is this Glass Spinner? Glass Spinner. I didn't even know this was in the game. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we have this card. So hopefully this does something. Really banking on this doing something spicy. They are mono blue, right? Probably more creature-centric than usual, because they're playing this, but you never know. Mox Amber. Okay. We were also pretty close to the Presence of Gone thing last time. I'm going to play this just to hopefully just get this in play next turn, and then when this is in play, it might be quite tough for them to just do things. Obviously, I'm banking on them being some kind of deck that they might not be. Okay. You on white. Run this out. It could very well be a mono blue tempo deck, though. You can swing. There's not too many curiosity effects, so maybe that's not true, because you can only run, like, what, there's 3 of them in your 100-card deck? That's not very good. Not really. Oh, yeah, also, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. I missed it 13 minutes ago. You'll have to excuse my boomer prowess. Okay, so they're not respecting Huatli this turn. Or maybe they just couldn't deal with it. We still don't have a basic, so this is tapped. Close to this flipping, but not quite. Close to this doing something, but so far it is not. Alright, so we really don't have much to do here except play this and the token generator. We're past that. We're not looking to ramp out anything. I think I'm going to take that card out, actually. Once we dump our hand, it just doesn't do much, and... yeah. Alright. We technically can swing, but I don't think I want to. If they are running some sort of curiosity effect, I'd like to block it. They're cycling a land. Sure. Mox Amber. Very strange. Ghost Hoarder. Okay. Sure. Yep, so looks like we're going to start getting some 1-2 reach value. Oh boy, the old 1-2 punch. You saw Paladin? You have Lurking Roper for Presence of God? Yes, I have both in here. You are correct. Do we play Huatli next turn, or do we... I said Huatli. Do we play Huatli? Or do we... What is this? First spell during the opponent's turn, draw. So they are maybe a mono blue tempo deck. So this might be... Like, I might have already won because we have this in play. Certainly a possibility. The fact that they have counterspells means I want this. Unless it's just flash creatures. But still, I think I'm just going to... And pass. So now every creature I play replaces itself. Well, barring they don't stifle this effect. Okay, they play big old thick boy manland and don't do anything. Let's see if they have a stifle. It's obviously not the end of the world. It would probably be a disallow, not a stifle. It's not a popular card. Augur is probably more important than this. I don't really care if this resolves. I'm not really trying to go wide. It resolved. Wow. What do you have? What is going on? Okay, Augur? Okay. Wow. I just got nothing. Hey, we got a land from Augur. Oh no, we didn't. We draw a card. Oh, still got it. Dude, first time for everything. First time for everything. No realistic attack. I don't think I'm ever attacking, like, ever. Okay, that is one of the creatures I did not want to see, but fortunately there's only one copy of it, so if we find a way to kill it, we don't have to deal with it anymore. Also, if they are drawing a bunch of cards for 4 mana, we're drawing way more than them. Right? Yep, it's mono blue tempo, dude. That's exactly what's going on. They have to bounce this. The game does not exist until they bounce this spider. Okay, sure. It's like a weird relic of Progenitus. Wonky. Alright, so we lead with land off the top. Ooh, best card in our deck. Probably. We do this last, so I guess... There's no reason to play this right now, right? No, we can play an additional land, so there is a reason to play it. And it could very well get countered. Showing my opponent the top of my deck is not really what I want to do. but it seems fine. We also just immediately draw the Tender Shoot when we do this, right? Okay. I don't think we need this, so we're gonna shuffle it away. Yeah. We forgo our second land drop. Oh, we shouldn't have cracked. We should not have cracked. I don't want to show my opponent a card for no reason. To respect. Okay. Alright, Huatli. I will swing with the 8/8, I think. Actually, no, because while it's in play, I'm afraid of some sort of tapped bounce nonsense. I'd rather just have this be in play, because when it's in play, we just draw cards, right? And it stops the Hall of the Storm Giants from doing things. And if all they're doing is paying 4 to draw a card, I think we're going to win the game. Right, investing 4 of their own mana a turn to do that doesn't feel very great. I really want a Presence of Gone to win. Win, not wind. Another equipment, another artifact. Okay, we get another Spidey boy. It's only the second spider so far. Gain a life, draw a card. Oh boy, this is great. This is great. This is premium Magic. This is peak Historic Brawl. Glass Spinner versus Huatli. Oh, what a time. What a time to be alive. So they found a bounce to the spider, but we can just recast it. So they have to have been holding a counterspell for a while, which is totally possible if our opponent is aware that this is the most relevant thing of all time. Okay, that does not stop playing lands off the top. They are not bouncing. They do not have mana to bounce my spider this turn cycle. Not that that is very crucial. Alright, we'll get a second emblem here. Play this, start drawing 600 cards a turn. I did forget to play Raise the Alarm. I apologize. Sometimes I'm old. I guess I'll play it first, just to see what we draw. Take action. Alright, we found Rest in Peace, but it doesn't seem like our opponent plays with their own graveyard that much. We found Skyclave as well. We found the combo. I'm going to play this off the top. I'm going to play this off the top. We found the combo. Now it's just a matter of doing it. Draw a card. Draw a card. Play Soul Warden? Am I tripping? Why is everything costing more? Oh, the Damping Sphere. Gotcha. Damping Sphere. I think I'm going to play Soul Warden just so we have 2 life-gaining creatures in play. And this means if they go to bounce the spider, we do just win. It's kind of like in play already. It's kind of obvious. Alright, so we can probably swing with this now. And they will probably just take it, as one does. Or just block with some weird creature. But yeah, I kind of expect them to just take it. Makes sense. Draw 2 more cards because of the token we make. Yeah, I felt the ramifications of not playing Raise the Alarm there. Alright, so we can get rid of you. It's never going to do anything. We don't need all these lands. No, we want that. Don't be stupid. Daxos is also decent. Rest in Peace might be relevant, but maybe not. They are running Graveyard Hate themselves. But I don't think it's the worst card in our hand, right? That seems reasonable. Keep a land. We have Royal on top. Alright. So let's see what they do. We don't have a way to recur our own graveyard. We're not running any crazy stuff. Okay. Alright, so they have the bounce, and it looks like they're not going to tap off of it, so we're probably not going to get that win. Lead with Royal Land Drop? Sure. Damping Sphere could be annoying. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have played that. I don't want to give them cards. I mean, does it matter? We're at 41 and they're at 10, right? They're in, like, Chump Block City mode. If they ever... Yeah, we should have led with swinging. We should have led with the attack. If they ever feel like they have to bounce that, right? Instead of just chumping it. I think they should chump it. If they're paying attention, they have to chump. They can't royal it, because then they just die. I'm going to respect my opponent's cognitive ability to see it. It's also reasonable for them to end step cast this to just draw a card, and, you know, this has Summoning Sickness on the next turn cycle, so it's like 2 turns away. So it makes sense to just bounce it now. Of all these creatures, I think this one makes sense to block with, right? Maybe the Storm Tamer, but probably this. This means the first thing we do counters, so we have to like double up on our answers, but we've gotten a board that's wide enough we're not super concerned about anything. This is the biggest creature, so this can technically swing, but it's just going to get chump blocked. But all of their creatures are pretty solid, but I think I would block with this Drake here. But I respect them thinking about it, because it's not straightforward, right? They could, yeah, block with the Sailor, thinking they'll never have the time to spend 4 mana to draw a card again. What? What? It's like an opponent looking at your board and they're like, And then they just shoot up some cyanide instead of like blocking. You never know what you draw, right? Like, they could just chump and untap and have an out. They could play Flood of Tears, right? Like, something could happen to me that's really bad. I don't think they should scoop right there. I think I'd argue they accidentally didn't block. But no, because after that, they could have, like, at least cast the bounce spell. No, yeah, they just scooped. It's not unreasonable. I mean, our board is huge, right? We're drawing 2 cards every time anything enters the battlefield. Huatli's actually pretty solid. I'm surprised how many times I've been able to pull it off. Okay, we actually have the entire combo in hand. Life gain, the Presence of Gond, and the creature. No green mana though. We're against red-green. I don't know. We're gonna just see what happens. I don't know. I want to do it. If there was ever a hand to do it, it's going to be this one. So do we lead with this, or do we just raise the alarm? I guess it depends on what the next turn cycle looks like. Also, I guess nothing at all ever matters if I don't play a... Actually, you know what? Let's just lead with this. It's a 2-2, you know, instantly untaps the Paladin because it comes in play and whatnot. Okay, please, for the love of God, draw a land. Alright, it's not a green source, but Presence of God will need a green source. Yeah, we'll play that. We'll play out the 3-3 right now. Seems fine. Oh, whoa, I almost just didn't play a land. Woof. Good thing I did that. Okay. It's simply a 3-3. There's a decent chance they just don't care. Okay, this is what, red and green? Yeah. Alright. Not green source. I don't want to put Presence of Gond in my hand immediately. Not really. Not really, but I think I just will. It thins my deck of 1 card. I don't know, it might wind up being important. I doubt it will be, but we'll see. This seems like a bad thing to do, but I don't really have a choice. I think drawing cards is where I need to be at this point, and Raise the Alarm is not really doing anything. Alright, so they have an answer to the entire board. You know, not really surprising there. Okay, alright, at this point we probably just lose. Raise the Alarm is not going to get there, and it's the only castable card in my hand. I mean, we'll just... I don't know. Let me guess, you land off the top? Of course you do, why wouldn't you? Nope. Here you go, I gave you a little bit of satisfaction. Alright, that sucks. Were we fast enough if we did draw land? I don't think so, no. Technically, if we did draw a green source, we would have won. Right there, if they didn't have the answer, so... We were doing it, it just wasn't... It wasn't getting us there. Moving on. Hand is poop. hand is kind of poop. Primal Command might be decent. He has Niv Mizzet though, so probably not. Anything that costs more than... I'm just going to keep it because of Llanowar Elves. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Birth of Meletis, get a Plains. When was the last time I did have a turn 1 Llanowar Elves? I'm not sure. Or at least got to use it. Of course we don't get to use it. Why would we? Do we Idyllic Tutor? I don't think so. No, I'll just get a land out. Probably a white, 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 green, green, green. Yeah, that's fine. I guess Unholy Heat's a good thing to see. That means they have maybe a massive amount of early burn spells that probably won't do much. That's pretty nice, I guess. Is Huatli good right now? I guess we lead with an attack. It's not like it'll ever really block anything. Do we want Huatli even... Yeah, I don't even think we want it in play currently. But what else am I doing? I'm not really doing anything. I'm just going to cast this. We don't really need it at all. And this means I have 5 mana for something else next turn. It just seems fine. Yeah, we really don't care about Huatli. It's annoying for it to get spell pierced though. Felidar Retreat. Okay. Primal Command. Put a land on top, search our library. We'll put, doesn't really matter, I guess, Castle Ardenvale. So we get Soul Warden. I have no answer to... yeah. We have to, like... I don't know. What do we do? If we had Reprobate, I'd be quite happy, but we don't. 2 mana, cast... Okay. What the heck? Sure. If we had one more land in play, we could actually play this, tutor Presence of Gond, do it, barring any sort of spell, which is obviously astronomically unlikely. Yep, I guess I'm playing this. Maybe we can find something here. Gilded Goose? Okay. I mean, it's a card I can play, so... Play this. Play Dawn of Hope. And we pass. And hopefully they don't kill us. Looks like Goose is gonna die, not really surprising. Strike it rich. Okay. They have 4 mana. If the Goose didn't die, technically we could have had it with the mana, but it did, so. We can make a 4/4. I mean a 1/1 off of the thing. I really just can't cast this. Like, I don't think this... we're just so close, but we're not going to get there. They hit... Oh, is this some sort of deal 3? Some sweeper or something? Alright, so our only avenue of winning just flew out the window. We were close. I mean, if we had one land, they didn't have anything because they just auto-yielded it. We would have just won, but we didn't get there. Obviously, gaining infinite life is... Well, you gain 250 life, right? Because you get token capped. You make too many tokens, the game won't let you make any more. So we'd have to sit there and make 250 tokens or something. I think it's 250, which is obviously nice. Doesn't win the game, but going up to 250 life with 250 1/1s that just die to their anger of the gods would be kind of annoying, but if we gain 250, it's totally reasonable they still win. I think they are forced to draw every time they cast a spell, so there's a chance they just can't deal that much damage. Sarah the Benevolent? No way. Wow. Okay, that's kind of cool. That is very unexpected. I feel like I have a lot of time, and this is how I do it, so we're going to keep this hand. Going to lead with Soul Warden, gaining as much life as possible against the white deck. Seems like a good idea. As all they do is vomit their hand. Oh, wow. Okay, that's definitely different. Was not expecting that. Lead with you. Swing for 1. Sarah the Benevolent. Okay, they played that thing. That can be annoying. I think we will cultivate. Green, white? Sure. Oh, I played the wrong land, didn't I? No, wait, no. I was going to play Temple. Could have played the Goose, but let's play the Temple. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana next turn. We don't have a flyer, though. They probably take Craterhoof Behemoth, but we don't really care about that. Actually, it's probably wrong to take it. You should probably just take something else at this point. Nope. I don't agree with this. It slows it down, but that's not really... By the time I'm going to cast it, I'm going to have way more than enough mana to do that, so... Alright, they did not play a land. Huatli can come in play and be at 6, which doesn't die to the board. But then what? I'm still doing it. She technically can just gain a ton of life. I guess it's free to attack. I seriously doubt they're going to block it, and we're not upset if they do. Pledge of Unity was probably a better target for them. I think they should have taken that. Dancing Sword? Okay, we're... There goes Huatli. Was not expecting that in any way. Okay, so we run this out. And we're going to play this. So we play this tapped. We have 3 mana, so we can just swing out, right? Keeping them low is nice. That means the Valkyrie won't just win the game. I will probably... Hey, they played the Vampire Whitehawk. That's funny. Yep, they correctly just don't swing with the thing, so it won't trade with our Goose. We'll take 4, though. That's fine. So now they're at a spot where, like, this is still just a problem, right? Is this good? I think we're going to do this instead of Huatli. Can we do both, actually? We can. But then Huatli just dies. So that doesn't really... Wait, does it? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6. It dies exactly? Ugh, that's annoying. That's annoying. Alright. They finally drew a land. Finally drew a land. Okay, sure. Creatures with flying get +1/+1. Oh, they make an angel. Sure, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. They do swing with a 2/3. It makes sense. They gain some life. They're almost to the point where they can do this and then we lose. Well, not quite, but it's not looking good. Guess I'll crack a food token. Also, we're almost at a point where Craterhoof just kills them. So we can play this, put it to 9. We can block this, and it still dies. It does mean I'm not taking all that damage. Is there a reason to not just play this instead, though? We could just fire up one of our own creatures with Huatli and just swing at Sarah for a lot of damage. That seems fine. I think they're going to block, right? So it's sort of free. We could technically kill it if we swung with more. I don't think we really care about her plus, though. They just snap blocked. Yeah, that makes sense. It wasn't really going to swing. And we pass. This is also another turn cycle they're just probably scared of Huatli, right? So there's also an argument to plussing. I drew another land for the turn. Okay. They pacify my Daxos. Sure. They pacify my Goose. What the heck is going on? They're running pacifies. Aren't O-rings just better, though? I feel like they are. It's kind of weird. Okay, we make a food token because I can't block. Still in just out of nowhere range to kill them with Craterhoof, which is usually how the game ends. So let's see. How much mana do we need to cast this? 10? Kind of far out, aren't we? This might get exiled too, because they can spend mana to just do that whenever. Could simply just recast Huatli and do it again, but no, we'll just do this. Play that, play this. It means all my attackers have Death Touch, which is quite massive. So we do this, and then we go to combat. We swing with you, you, and you. It all has Death Touch. Actually, the fact that it all has Death Touch, I'm not upset with just simply trading. They're not interested. Sure. There's a chance that's the only thing they can do next turn, so I'm just like giving them like something to cast, I guess. It's not super relevant. They're super close to Righteous Valkyrie turning all their creatures really large. I guess technically they can do it right now. Okay. We can't make a food, so this is just happening. Sure. This is a lot in the air. This can just kill us. Kind of a miserable way to lose. We do swing back with Death Touch, though, so what do we have to put them at? Can tap Goose for a Death Touch block. Yeah, I guess I could do that. That's true. Alright, so we can swing. The game starts at 25 life, right? So they're 1 over that. We can just knock them back off of it. Alright. Not swinging with this, though. Alright, we guess we got them off of it again. And this minus doesn't put them right back on it, so... This isn't a terrible spot to be in. We're gaining some life back. Not enough, though. Oh, come on. I need lands. Ramp spell something. This Craterhoof, please. What's funny about this being untapped is, like, all their pacify effects are completely, like, dead. Because we have, they got all the hexproof and stuff. Right? It's kind of funny. Well, at least with this specifically. Obviously, if we swing with it, it's not the case. Alright, so we just get to block 1 for free, I guess. But they still... They do not gain enough life to do the thing with the Valkyrie, though. This comes back as an equipment, right? Oh. Okay. Well, it's other creatures have indestructible, not that itself, right? Well, okay. I guess we're losing to Jank Angels. Jangles here. This is a decent draw. It's technically the mana I need. It's not enough, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I guess it is. Alright, so they're at 32. Dealing 4 to them removes the ability to give this Valkyrie its nonsense. So I have to do at least 4, but I have to do 8 so they don't gain 4 life off of an angel. So, can I? Other untapped creatures. Okay, so that doesn't really seem like a good idea. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can do it. We can do it. They're not going to block. I can swing with this as well. No, we're just going to do this. That's fine. Yep, they just take it, so they go down to 28. Oh, no, it's not enough. That's not enough. And they top deck the land. Of course they did, dude. You gotta be kidding me. That is so annoying. Is there anything I can do? Alright, so we block, I don't know, this. We take 6, 12, plus, so it's 20. Oh, wait a minute, it's not lethal. It's not lethal. It's 22. There's no way Craterhoof is good enough, though. They gain way too much life, right? Way too much life. I mean, I have to, though, right? It's the only thing I can do, otherwise I'm dead. So, math is for blockers. We're back on that nonsense. There's no way this is lethal. Is it lethal? Yo, is this lethal? Wait a minute. I don't think this is lethal, though. Does it kill enough where we're not dead? Okay, where's this going? These two blocked the hoof, so I don't have to do the math, right? It kills both of them? Yeah. Okay. Are they... I don't think they're dead, though. Oh my god, they're dead! Oh... Oh, they were dead by a... Oh, they were dead by a landslide, dude. Math really is for blockers. Like, yeah, I could sit here and count it. I could sit here and count it, but... Technically, it's the only thing I can do, right? Like, nothing else I do matters. This is the only play, so... Oh... Oh my god. Woo! That's crazy. That's crazy. This deck is actually, you know, it's chugging along. It's chugging along. More than I thought it would. We'll play 1 or 2 more games. Pushing 2 hours. Maybe that should have been the last one. That would have been a nice game to end on, at least. But no, we'll go again. We'll go again. We're against Argoblarg? No, we're against Argblarg. Playing, Argblarg playing Gargos. Okay, alright. Okay. We have Oracle and a Minotaur. Johnny's welcome. Virtue. Oh god. I'm gonna draw. Hey, we're just gonna keep it. We have Temple. We're gonna keep it. Mono green. I don't know. Alright, so Temple. Ooh, excuse me. What is there? I don't think I've seen that sleeve before. Usually you don't never see like the bottom half of Kiora there. It's always like the top half. Leafkin Druid, I guess? Sure. Sounds weird, but I also want to shock myself. We'll do white and Druid. Just so I don't mess up a side of this and have it matter, but I don't think it will. Okay. Sure. They're running every Hydra, which is kind of cool. We got a piece of the combo, and technically another piece that's hard to deal with. The life gain effect, that is. So I think we Scute Swarm. We could just play... Yeah, wait a minute. We just play Oracle. It just seems insane to not do that. Hey, Song of Freylease, and it's actually going to do something, including with the plant. That's actually really cool. Alright. They have a 5-minute play, or... Wait, no, this is... They're at 6 minutes. They actually play their commander. Becomes target of a spell, fight. Okay, so it doesn't fight on its own. Looks like they're not playing their commander. What is this? Nissa. So they have 4 mana. Nissa's just going to solo us. Yeah. We get our extra mana, but our opponent gets way more than us. So I think we're screwed. Oh, look, it's a Prey Upon effect. How surprising. So... I don't think anything matters. Just do this. Presence of Gond on my... This seems so stupid. Yep, alright. Oh, I guess I played those backwards. I don't think it matters, but... Okay. So now our opponent has 20,000 mana. Let's see if they have a payoff of all this mana. We had Nissa in here for 2 seconds, but I didn't keep it in. They did not have anything else to do, I guess, which is nice. I mean, obviously, they still have an 8/7. And they still have a Nissa, which is getting close to ultimating, but that doesn't really matter. What on earth is this? Another Prey Upon effect. Okay. Well, yeah, because of the Hydra. Sure. Okie dokie. Can make some 2/2s. Alright, moving on with our lives. No way we're beating this. Nope, can't beat Nissa. But it really didn't even have to be Nissa. It could have been, I don't know, anything else too. Probably would have done it, like Cultivate. Obviously, Nissa was insane. If you untap with Nissa, you probably win the game. And we can't answer that, so... No answer to Nissa in any way. Oh, we're back to this guy. All your creatures are growth spirals. Okay, we have Cultivate, we have a Mana Dork, we have a 5-drop, a wonky token generator. Can't really ask for much more. Maybe if one of these lands was not a land or something. That is not terrible, though. Also, I heard there was a weird way to pronounce it. It's like Kulan or something. Kulane. Kuliun. Hello. Nice. Okay. Sure. There's only taxes it for a turn, which makes it like, I don't know, like a worse Thalia. They can swing. I mean, it's got double strike, and I don't see myself as blocking. Okay, so we can play Cultivate. I think I will. Are we going to? Is that what we're doing? Yeah, it's the fastest avenue to doing things. So we get 2 white sources, so we don't screw this up here. And we do not attack. Alright, so they can play their commander this turn, which is fine. They certainly want to get it out before they cast other things, and we don't really care if the Druid dies. You know, technically this is just a mana dork. I didn't even realize that. This is simply a mana dork that only gets better. I should probably craft it finally and just suck it up and craft it. Because it does always just tap for 1. I've never really realized that. Okay, so we can gum up the board, which is a nice place to be in. And we're kind of happy this is not Thalia. It's been working out nice that these are not permanently taxed. Because my whole hand would be taxed if it was Thalia. They have to play the land before the Provisioner comes in. Oh, no, I guess they don't. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, please calm down. No more nonsense. Oh boy. Okay, they didn't draw land. Two things in their hand there. Alright, so we play land. We can play Huatli and make some tokens and threaten the ultimate. We can draw as many cards as they can, which is kind of cool. Barring Huatli doesn't die. Certainly a possibility. We just pass. Yep. So we can convoke for 2 tokens, but I'd prefer to do that after I... They have Keenan? That's very strange. Maybe you're just playing it because it's a 2-mana card, but I can't imagine they have a ton of massive creatures, right? Like, look what they're playing, right? Keenan will probably just find a mana dork or something. It also looks like we do get to ultimate. I don't know if it's going to matter here, but we'll see. Okay, they're recasting this. Fine, we lose a life. Are we going to march? I think we're going to march on end step. I think. I'm not sure. Okay, can you stop drawing mana dorks? Please stop. No more do, please. Calm down. They have the mana for Keenan still? No way. No, they don't. What? They do? Oh, wait. Yeah, I guess they do. Wow. Okay. Sure. Okay. They don't even get a cast trigger from their commander. They put a card on top. It could be anything. I guess their last card is a bounce spell. Oh no, it's a removal spell. Okay. Well, that's a good way to end your turn, I guess. Alright, well, we lead with the ultimate, and then we just try to do stuff with it. I don't really know what. Play a land. Till your next turn, so this technically nets us mana. If they have Craterhoof, we lose. There's nothing I can do about that. Except find, like, Teferi's Protection or something. So I can play this to get 2, but I'd rather play this to get, like, more than 2. I guess we're just passing and hoping they don't just kill us. If it is a Craterhoof, we can technically just, That is not a Craterhoof Behemoth. Okay, that is totally fine. We can just, like, do it for 3 less than max and hope we find Teferi's Protection. They scooped a Massacre Worm? Yeah, this kind of deck certainly does. But I don't think that's the case. We obviously can't run that card. Okay. Scry 1. Put it on the top. Okay, more mana dorks. Rail a top card, it's a land, it goes away. It does not go away, that's interesting. Uh-oh. Sure. Okay. That's kind of an interesting one. It doesn't trigger Tulane over and over, though, so it's not, like, super scary, right? Okie dokie. Okay. Oh, they drew a land. Cool. Mill that over, probably. Okay. I can't really auto-yield because I'd like to cast this on my end step. Or their end step. Land goes away. Are they finally out of mana? I can't even tell. There's too many creatures in play. Looks like they are. Okay, so we can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tokens. 5 mana, draw 5. We don't have a sweeper, but obviously if we ever find Craterhoof, we're probably going to win. I mean, we have enough creatures at this point, and a lot of their stuff is tapped. But we have to find it. We did not. Still have a ton of mana this turn. It's looking solid. I guess we lead with this to just draw a card for 0 mana. Well, I guess 1 mana because it has to tap. Well, this is a good game, but I don't know what they think I'm going to do here. We don't really have an enchantment that does anything, right? Not really. Presence of Gond. We don't have an untapped thing. Nah. Maybe gaining some life could be good. Exile in the graveyard, maybe. Felidar Retreat is decent, but we can't play it, so... I think I'm just going to get Omen. It's an instant speed creature generator, and it draws us some cards. And that probably might wind up mattering. So we lead with... I don't think it matters. I don't think we can win. Oh, I guess I technically should have played this first. Yeah, I should have played this first. That was a mistake. Can we gain enough life to not die, maybe? I don't think I can tap down more creatures, which is the problem. I guess we can cast this because it taps 3, but it untaps 2. We're gonna lose the ability for our creatures to be mana dorks soon, so you never know what I can draw. We can still technically find Teferi's Protection. That would buy us a turn. We did not. I think we're dead, right? It looks like we are, but maybe we're not. I win next turn if I play this now, and I think that's probably the only thing I can realistically expect to have happen. So I have to somehow not die while also just having this in play, so we'll see if that works. Kind of doubt it. We really, really wish we had Soul Warden so we could gain life every time they did something, but we don't. I think we're just dead now. At least we don't have to hold priority all the time. There's also a chance we're not dead, but it's quite unlikely. Yeah, we'll definitely draw. Okay. We can block the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can block the 7 biggest creatures. So Craterhoof kills us, but 21 creatures kills us too, because every time they cast a creature, we lose a life. That is certainly a possibility, right? Like, we couldn't die to that. Oh, boy. I find it extremely unlikely we get another turn, though. Okay. Never seen anyone play that before. Hey, there's Thalia. I wonder if it's even good to play Thalia. Well, maybe it makes me think they don't have any non-creatures. Oh, technically they have Bantus, but... How does this work? I gotta read it. Okay, so they can play off the top of their deck, which means they probably keep going till they, like, legit run out of mana. Which might not be possible. I don't know. Is this infinite? Do they have, like, a infinite thing to do here? I don't know. But the thing is, I think they can just cast 14 creatures and kill us. I think they definitely have the mana for that, right? Unless they just run really bad, which is probably impossible. Honestly, this deck doesn't even seem that good. Like, at this point, they probably should have just won, right? Like, all you're doing is playing these 1-mana creatures. Like, if Tulane dies, you just lose. It seems like a really loose strategy. I mean, at this point, if I found Swords to Plowshare... Well, I mean, they could just recast Tulane, but... If I found Swords to Plowshares, I was like... We're not unhappy, right? Like, very strange. I take there's a land on top, you know. Otherwise, it wouldn't really do this. They could just whiff out, right? They need 12 more creatures. Oh, that might just do it, right? That might do it, because it gives you a creature and then it picks itself up. So now it's just mana efficiency. Do they have enough mana to kill us? They certainly have enough creatures. It's just like the mana to do it. 7. Every land is a mana, right? You know, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They have the mana, so I think we're dead. It's weird. Like, if they didn't have Bantu's monument, we don't lose. We just, like... They just give us the turn back. Yeah, this does not seem like a good win condition. This actually seems quite bad. Now, they can still have Craterhoof in their deck somewhere. I imagine they do. Right? Like, there's no way they don't. Alright, yeah, we can probably scoop. Yeah, we can move on from this. I don't know why our opponent said good game. I assume they thought we had, like, Craterhoof Behemoth. They said good game, your go. Like they were getting ready to be, like, salty and childish or something. I don't know. They probably would have roped us out if we cast Craterhoof. That would have been hilarious. Most of our games ended in that, but sometimes you don't have it, right? Teferi's Protection would have... Yeah. Teferi's Protection would have given us a turn. And from there... How many outs did we have? Other than Behemoth. I guess technically Primal Command would be a second Behemoth. No, we wouldn't have the mana, though. All our creatures are no longer mana dorks, so I can't just tap them all for a bunch of mana. I lost that ability. I'd have to, like, top deck this. Which is certainly an out, and we've done it before. Anything else would have been good? I don't think so. No, I don't. I think that was all we could do. But yeah, I'll call it there. This deck was super fun. Surprised how many games I felt like there was no way we were gonna win, and then we just won. Quite surprising. Could certainly run maybe a couple more token generators. Presence of Gone seems almost impossible to pull off. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. This is very difficult to pull off. Technically, right then and there, that last turn, if we untapped, we did have it. But that was extraordinarily unlikely. Skyclave could have saved us if we exiled the Bantus, I guess. The Indestructible Combat Trick seemed nice. This is a 5 mana one, but I took it out because when do you ever have 5 mana up? You never really do, right? The Battle and Pledge seemed decent. This one, maybe not so much. We might have enough life gain elsewhere. And the +1/+1 does not feel great. Unless you're really beating your opponent to death, Intangible Virtue and this don't feel great. I might just drop them now. Every time they're in my hand, I'm like, eh. Yeah, the Soul Warden effects felt fine. I don't think I ever had Heliod in play. I don't think I ever did. The one game this was in play, it was really good. The Death Touch attacking was very important, so that was nice. The one game, this is against the blue deck, that was really nice, so I felt good with that one. We never got Toski to do anything. I don't think Toski drew one card off of 1/4/4 Angel, I think, across all those games, across 2.5 hours. So maybe it's not that great. I would like maybe more card draw. We could run Harmonize. It's not impossible. The game is not over by turn 4 usually. Even though we are like more into the white strategy of things, right? Should dump our hand. Still don't even like Elspeth, but we never got to see it. Let's see. Is there a better draw spell that I'm not thinking of? Slayer's Bounty's alright. So is Esper Sentinel. You could just try these. It's not impossible. They're not terrible. I definitely like Slayer's Bounty enough. I think I'll put that in there. Maybe Esper Sentinel. This is as close as I'm going to get to a creature green-white base deck, so if this isn't it, then nothing is. Explorer should have been in here, and it wasn't. But, I don't know. Do we like Explorer? The Landfall 2/2 seldom worked. Does not feel great. I think I'll drop Elspeth for Explore. I really don't like Elspeth. Just don't like it at all. I think it's just really bad. What were we looking for? Card draw? I didn't really find much. Harmonize. So, yeah, I don't know. Do we want to... I'm thinking about taking out the Presence of Gone strategy. It is like a legit way to win. It's not terrible. We don't have enough creatures for the Great Henge. I think there's only like 20 in here. Just not going to draw that many cards. Solemn Simulacrum's alright. Though I have lately been kind of off that card. I haven't been super big on Solemn Simulacrum. I think we can replace Royal with Harmonize. This just seems a little too slow because we're not really ramping that fast. We play this on 5, and over the course of the game, it might get 3 tokens, maybe 4, right? Like, it doesn't really get there that fast. Yeah, we can drop it for Harmonize. It just feels better to run that card. But all in all, I mean, for the most part, the deck, synergized quite nicely, I'd say. As good as it's probably going to get if you're going for this style of doing it. You could go way more into the early game tokens, beatdown, not even care about tokens, just play creatures, and then plus it super fast, and then continue the game after your hand is empty, because Huatli Emblem, I don't know, that's certainly possible. At that point, it's basically just a Great Henge, so what are you really doing? Other than adding white to your deck, because you can't do that with Great Henge if it was like your commander or something weird. But yeah, I like this deck. It is fun to play, I must admit. Some games you just fall behind super fast. Some games, chunks of your deck are just like really not good, and that's not where you want to be. You want like a higher average of things. But against everything we played from our opponents, the commanders in question, the worst things to play against were like the more popular commanders, but we didn't really bump into too many. It was like Niv Mizzet once, Tiny Bones once, which is actually probably a good matchup. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I liked it. So I'm going to call it there. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you would and would not run. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace. See you. Ooh.